Hey there! This is the first vlog of June and I'm actually in June while I'm filming this. So some of my past vlogs have been updates and just clips from May. I'm trying to stay on top of it as much as possible now that I'm feeling a lot better mentally. But I am sitting down to film. I have makeup to do today. I have beauty content to film, but I wanted to get back into like my weekly vlog where it may be a little jumbled sometimes, but yeah, I was gonna wait till next week, but I was like, I'm itching to because there's just so many updates that I'm like, I'm just gonna sit down and film now, why not? So yeah, we had our anniversary, we had Memorial Day weekend, so it was pretty casual. We didn't do anything like too crazy. We just like holiday weekends, we just like to like stay home, grill, you know, get fresh air outside in our backyard. It also gave me a chance to like garden and like really try to get some stuff done there. I still have some weeding to do already. The weeds grow so fast, but the garden, if you guys watched my past vlogs or couple of vlogs where I've showed the garden, is doing really, really good. The starter plants are doing amazing. We have like little baby tomatoes now coming in, which I'm so excited about. There's also, it looks like we're gonna have little sprouts of squash zucchini coming soon too. And jalapenos are starting to like flower. The zucchini has those flowers going on. That's going on in the garden right now. My starter cucumber plant completely died. It just like shriveled up. They didn't really have like a good selection. So yeah, it just kind of shriveled up and died. But thankfully, some of my seeds are coming through now. Not all of them. I still haven't seen like any strawberry sprouts, but Roman's tomatoes are doing really, really amazing in that spot anyways. But all my cherry tomatoes are coming up. We have so many of them. And my cucumber seeds have finally started. Thank God, because we weren't gonna have any cucumbers and I was really devastated about it. But yeah, besides that, the garden is thriving and doing amazing, and it's loving this warm, sunny weather, and it's been super humid here, but we've been loving the outside. We got a little like playpen thing from my mama and put it outside. We did have to put a sheet over it. We're thinking about still getting a tarp to put over it, but to make do for the weekend, we just did a sheet, and I had a safety pin it on so that we could bring our bunnies outside, and we tried it indoors with them to see what they would do. And Siri, our brown bunny, she is so adventurous that, I don't know, I feel like she will try to escape. She's a little escape artist, so we definitely have to keep a sheet over it, which they did not mind. They were put in the shade, and then the sheet was a shade on top of that, and we of course had water and stuff for them. But they played outside for like a good couple of hours, just hopping around on the grass, and then they lounged around a while. They really enjoyed it, and I'm just so happy that they have a spot now where they can go outside whenever I'm out there working in the garden and stuff, and just kind of hop around in the fresh grass. Besides that though, we're doing really good. A lot of changes are going around in here. my office. So things have just flip-flopped again on us, and I'm an overthinker. I overthink everything. So I finally just really put my mind to it during my little break period of not really uploading a whole lot anywhere, and decided it was time to figure out what I wanted to do with my space. I have so many ideas and I always want to do new things, and everything that I do is just a mess. So I just finally came to terms with the idea of putting it all into one room. So our spare room I have officially taken over completely. And so I was like, I need a change, and I just need to do this for me mentally, with all of my accumulated stuff and what I do for work and my little shop and, you know, all that kind of stuff, and my podcast. So it's gonna be so cool. I already have so many plans, and I intend to vlog it as much as possible. So hopefully you guys will see the progress of it. But that's ultimately what I wanted to say, was that that's kind of the change of everything. But I'm kind of thinking about vlogging it in pieces and then just uploading it all into one video together, because I think it'd be really cool to see the progress. But I don't know, I'll still probably show you guys glimpses here and there. Like right now, this is my current setup for filming because everything else is being unpacked. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here because I need to get some makeup on my face today. But it's already Thursday, so I don't know how much more I'm going to film this week, so this vlog might just be of today. But I do have some thrifting stuff I want to show you guys, and I also have my June mood board that I'm working on that I definitely want to share today as well. Hey guys, alright. I did some makeup. We're going all out for Pride Month. I've been seeing the under eye rainbow trend going like viral like crazy, and a lot of people are using it like bright pastels. Mine probably would have been more bright pastel if I would have done the like white concealer moment and then blended over it, but my skin is already so fair that I just did regular concealer and did it. But I feel like it makes it look a lot more like neon, and I'm really here for it. And then I used a red blush. I'll link this look from my Instagram down below if you guys want to know all the makeup details. But I do have to touch the lip up. I used like 3 different eyeshadow palettes for this look. I used like a couple throwback ColourPop palettes, and then I used this Violet Voss. I just used the blue in this palette. But my lip today is ColourPop Lippy. Is that what this is called? Lippy Pencil? Yeah, and Cool BFF. It's like a cool tone brown. And by brown, it's like cool tone, like nude brown. Anyways, I did this look earlier. A lot of people use like little gems and they put them like all over their face. I don't really have like a lot of gems. I just never bought them. Or the little jewels or whatever they're called. But I still want a little bit of sparkle, so I just use like a glitter pigment. Go around my face, so that's why there's like those little dots. I did try to put some faux freckles as well. I found, this is like a good thing for my week. I found my Dose of Colors gloss. I lost this like so long ago. It still smells really good. It still performs the same way as brand new, but this is literally a brand new gloss, even though this launch is like years old. But it's over the top from the Desi and Katie. I got this when it launched. I think it was like the second or third time it launched though, so it's like not like that old, but I literally only wore it like once or twice. I was in love with it, and then I lost it. Could not find it for years. And I literally, while doing the room transformation, I went through all my bags because I was like getting rid of stuff and making like a donate pile and stuff. And I was going through all the pockets of like my bags and stuff like that. And I found this in one of my bags. I was so mad, but so happy at the same time, but it is so pretty. It doesn't even pick up in photos and camera, but it's, oh my God. You see that? So pretty. And literally brand new because I only wore it like twice. It's so good. I love it. Little nude gloss moment. Anyways, I'm touching things up because I did this makeup look and then I got lunch, hung out with the boys for a little bit. Roman really liked my look today. Been having so much fun because it's the summertime, so I have the boys all the time with me. But yeah, I pretty much went on with my day. But I wanted to come back and sit down and film because I had a beauty video to film. So I thought I would sit down and film a little bit for the vlog as well because a couple weekends ago we went thrifting, and I've talked about it for a while that I've really wanted to go. We have a bunch of flea markets around us. You really don't even have to go that far, and there's just so many. We even have an area close by that has like 4 or 5, like literally jam-packed in like the same area. And it's a way to buy secondhand stuff, which is always really great. Buying someone, they say someone's trash is someone else's treasure or whatever. It's that type of ordeal, but I love buying like the secondhand things, and really you can find so much good stuff, and it's just one way to help live a little bit more sustainable life by buying second-hand stuff from other people. But you can also find a lot of vintage things that way, and it's just really, really cool. Also a way to shop small and to support local people. So I love thrifting. I have not went in so long, and it's crazy since we have so many close by us, but I think a big portion is because of the pandemic. We just didn't really get out or, do a lot of stuff like that. But we ventured out and we hit up, it was a Sunday, so a lot of them close early. And we didn't leave till after lunch, so we just did not really have a whole lot of time, but we hit about 4 or 5. Yeah, I would say about 4 or 5 different shops. And man, I was telling, because we went with some family, but I was telling him, I'm like, it's one thing to go thrifting when you don't have anything on your mind. Like, you're just going to go and look around, and if you find something cool, but you're not really going with the mindset of, okay, I need to look for this, I need to look for this, I'm really needing something for this area, that type of ordeal, where this time it was so stressful. Roman for the most part is like really good. He just mainly, he like wanders, and we're like, nope, back over here, Axel is like next level, like, oh my God. So wrangling them, and also like you have, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I really want to look for, I'm wanting to collect like older versions of Stephen King's books. So I'm like, look for Stephen King's book, look for any other books that, grab my attention that I really want to read. Because I read on my Kindle all the time, but I've really been missing the feel of like actually like holding a book. So I'm like looking for those, and then I cross stitch a lot. So I'm like, I need frames to frame my cross stitches, and I really want unique vintage looking stuff, or even frames that are cool shapes that I can just spray paint, change up a little bit. So I'm looking for frames, certain books. I'm also going through records for my record player, and also trying to keep an eye out for some certain chairs for that my husband's looking for his classroom. So I just like, when you're trying to think of like all the things that you're really trying to look for and you're like paranoid, it's almost like that FOMO feeling. Like, I'm afraid I'm gonna miss out on an item, or it's gonna slip my mind because one of the kids are acting up, or like my mind is just going, like crazy. And when you walk into those places, there's stuff literally everywhere, hanging on the walls. It's so easy to miss something. So we definitely want to go back soon. So maybe I'll have another little part of a video like this. But I wanted to show you guys what I did find. I guess I'll just start with books first. So I ended up only getting a couple of Stephen King books. When I was there, I actually found a booth that had so many, but I couldn't remember which ones for sure I had. And I'm currently wanting to read through all of his, like in order, just skipping a few that I've read more recently. I seen it, and this is the only like older version, I guess, of it they had in the booth. But I thought it was really cool, and I love like a good worn book. Like, it's gonna be so easy to read this without like the pages constantly wanting to close in on me. It's just worn. And I also got it because of my horror bookshelf. It's in the works right now, but I have a shelf dedicated to it, and I liked the spine of this one to show for it, and I just thought it was really cool. But this one is coming up that I'm going to be reading, and I'm really excited. I have actually, fun fact, I love Stephen King's writing, but I've never finished this book. I think the furthest I've gotten is about like halfway, and then something always comes up, or I'm usually in another book and I end up finishing that book, or I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know why I've never finished this book. I'm going to make it happen this year. I'm going to read the entire It. I have wanted to read different seasons because I've never read this one, but I seen this one, and it's very, very damaged, but again, it's a worn copy that is going to be super easy to read and more comfortable to hold when you're reading. But overall, I got it because I really liked this cover, and that's really what I'm looking for as far as collecting them. Is I want to have like the covers that I really like or that call out to me, and I really liked the cover of this one, so that's why I picked it up. I also grabbed a couple of the Karen, oh, some books just fell. I also picked up a couple of the Karen Slaughter books. Okay, so I, for some reason, thought this was one of her standalones. I'm honestly not too familiar with her books to begin with, so that was kind of on my part. But I got this because it was like the only Karen Slaughter book in this person's booth, so I thought maybe it was just one of her standalones and not like a series. Come to find out, this is like towards the end of one of her series, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to hold off on that for a while. But my sister has recommended some of her books to me. I unfortunately picked up the wrong series. This is her first series, I believe, but I picked up book 1 and 2, so I'm gonna give it a go regardless. It's like true crime, and it's right up my alley, so I think I'll still enjoy it somewhat, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted in a book video or book blog. Okay, the last bit of books that I picked up, my husband picked up a lot. James is going to be ELA next year. So originally, I think he was picking these up for him, but then realized that he already has this series quite a bit in his class already, and it's the Hunger Games series, but I've never read these, and I feel like they're almost like top tier young adult, kind of like the Harry Potter books, and you know, just kind of like more of like that classic vibe or whatever. But I did really enjoy the movies. Like, they're not bad movies. I like the concept of it a lot. I think the story is really cool, so I'm actually intrigued. I definitely want to try them out at some point. My to be read list is so long, so I don't know if it'll be anytime soon. Maybe. Maybe I'll just start one of them, or the first one, up on the side of my other books and give it a go and see where I get with it. But yeah, I kind of want to see the difference between the books and the movies, because usually I like the books a lot more. Okay, I think I grabbed everything, because all of this I still kind of have packaged up the way they packaged it for me, because I'm still cleaning up and organizing this room and trying to figure out where everything is going for sure. But I found 2 mirror sets that I couldn't pass up on. The first one, I just think is so cool. It's kind of hard to show you guys. They need to be cleaned up. They're very dusty. But the shape of it, I thought was so cool. And they're older ones, so you can actually unscrew the back and take the mirror out if you want. So I love mirrors, so I'll probably keep them as mirrors, the majority of them. But if I like the vibe of them and I have a smaller cross stitch, I could just take the mirror out and use the frame. So I thought that was really cool. With that set, there's also this guy, so you guys can kind of get a reference of what the frame looks like. once I get things straightened up in here, I cannot wait to show you guys the like finished product, but I'll make sure I do like a little room tour or something. The next set is these, again, they need to be cleaned up, but is this like round set. They all look like this, but there's actually 3 of them, which I thought was really cool. Look how big the biggest one is. It's like so big, really good size. And they took the price tags off of them, but I got both sets for like a very reasonable amount. And again, the round set of 3, so loud. The round set of 3 come with the screws on the back too, so I can take them off and use them as frames too as well for cross stitches if that's what I want to do with them. So I thought it was really cool. I couldn't pass up on it. Frame wise for cross stitches though, I looked around and my idea is really unique frames. At this point, I don't care what they look like or like what color they are. I just want them to be really unique. I don't want all of my frames to just be square frames. If they are squared off, I want them to be like cool, you know? So I did find this gold frame. It's gold, and that is kind of the accent of part of my room is black and gold. So I was kind of digging it, so I might keep this, but the detail on it I thought was really cool, and I don't know, it's a good size. Some of my cross stitches have been getting pretty big in size, so I'm like, I think this would be like a really good frame for something. I just don't know what yet, but for some reason I left with it. So this one, I don't know. I almost feel like this is the type of sign that has like live, laugh, love around it, or is like hung in the kitchen and it has like a chalkboard finish so you can write like what's for dinner each night. I don't know. I'm trying to vibe with it more. I'm like, maybe I just need to paint it and get rid of like this like rustic look to it, just make it solid black. I don't know. Again, I was just like, oh, it's unique. So I just grabbed it and I thought it was like a good size for a cross stitch again, the type of size I do, but it's so big and I'm just like, I don't know where I'm gonna put it right now. I do know next time I go, I need to shop with a certain one in mind because that helped a lot with Ghostface. Ghostface officially has a frame. So this is a thick squared frame. Now the back is not a finished thing. It was just an open frame. There was no back. So I had to make do with some cardboard for now. And maybe the permanent thing. I don't really know. I do have to do some trimming. I just put him in it. But this frame was like perfect. And it's square, but it's still pretty unique. I mean, like it's very thick and it sets on the shelf really nicely. I love it. I think it's so cute. And this, if you're new here, this is my Ghostface cross stitch that I did the beginning of this year. My first finished project. So, yeah. Now he's just kind of chilling in the background of my videos until I get things straightened up around here. But yeah, that's what I picked up. We did pick up a bunch of other, you know, random stuff. I think the boys picked out a couple of things. We probably have like some cursed toys now. But unfortunately, I didn't find like any vinyls that really stuck out to me. But again, it's really hard to sort through vinyls and books whenever you have 2 kids clinging to you and disrupting. So that was my finds for this go around. But I cannot wait to go on a day where it's like a full day. They're not closing early. We have plenty of time. And I can actually like really look, but I still wanted to show you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and film my beauty video. I gotta get that done this afternoon. And then I'll probably go ahead and wrap up this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching if you did. Maybe I'll film a little bit of what's for dinner or something like that to include. I want to try to get better about weekly vlogging and at least putting up one scattered bits and pieces of footage vlog for you guys a week. And maybe throw in some extra videos here and there, but yeah. At least today I feel like was a somewhat decent, productive vlogging day. But let me know, do you guys ever go thrifting or what's like the best find you've ever found at a thrift store? I would love to know. Are you ever afraid that some of the items you bring home are going to be cursed? Because some of the stuff that I've seen while thrifting, I wish I would have filmed more. I'm going to try to do that next time, but some of the stuff is weird. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in today and watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, your week. and I will see you in the next one.